guys, this is Agent Sophie on a case where I have to go to the secret agent meeting. However, there's been a little something going on. Like, Agent Sophie's stuff has recently been in someone's lair. We haven't tracked down the person who took Sophie's stuff, but we know it's up to no good. However, when Sophie gets her stuff back, she will figure out who done it, and then she'll catch the person that got her stuff in the first place. Anyway, Agent Sophie has a secret agent meeting, and she's on a case to figure out who took her stuff. I bet you it was her sister Lila that took her stuff without asking, because she didn't know better to take Sophie's stuff without asking. And then Sophie went to the meeting with Teddy because she wants to make sure Agent Sophie gets there in time. And Teddy and Sophie talk about where the Stella go, and her pet Stella went to the North Pole, and yet Agent Sophie was on the case to go find her pet, when recently her pet went to the North Pole and then went to the Peaceful Valley because her pet went to go there, and yet Sophie followed her pet, and then she was like, What's Evie doing here? This is not making sense. And then recently, the agent showed up for a surprise with me, the surprise meeting with me at the Peaceful Valley, and yet I was very surprised to see the agents, but when I figured out Evie was there, I was like, what is she doing here? This is unfamiliar. And then Sophie went to go see if her brother Jones or Tennessee needed help with their baseball practice, and yet they needed help with the pitching and the batting. So Sophie just did that, and then Sophie had to go finish her homework, and then her mom said, would you go check on Evie? I think she's late for volleyball practice. And I'm like, oh great. And before I know it, she was late for volleyball practice, and I'm like, great. Now I'm gonna start to panic because she's not home yet, because she was at Cook's still, and I had to go get her because I'm like, hey, you're late for volleyball practice. And then she's like, oh my goodness, I am. Can you just take me there in your spy limo? And I'm like, it's not a spy limo, it's a spy car. Whatever. Take me to the practice so I could bring home the trophy. And I'm like, okay, sure. And as soon as I know it, I took her to the practice, and then they were done, and then she brought the trophy, and then she went to bed. And then that's when I started to play on my tablet. And then the secret agent boss called me and said, great work, Sophie. Tomorrow you could take the rest of the day off. And I'm like, thank you. I really didn't deserve this, but thank you. And then he said, you're welcome. And I knew that Spy Boss was familiar because I heard the name before, and it happens to be my brother Tom. My brother Tom decided to be the Spy Boss, and I'm like, well, thanks Tom for letting me have the day off. He said it was nothing, and he let me spend time with my sisters, and he said, great work, and keep up the good work, and Sophie, Agent Sophie, please make sure that there's no more chaos in your house necessarily. And he says, Sophie, you might wanna look and see if someone took your stuff again. And by the way, don't let someone get you caught. If you let someone get you caught, you'll get kicked off the squad. Just kidding. You won't get kicked off the squad, but seriously, look out for any troublemakers that might be coming your way. And I'm like, okay, got the message. And then click, I hang up. And then my sister's like, who were you talking to? I was just talking to Tennessee, and he wanted me to go on the football team. I laughed nervously, and then she's like, okay, well, that surprised me. And I'm like, okay. Oh, looks like my mom came back home. Okay, I gotta stop.